I did my presentation over smartboards and how they're really important to incorporate into all of the classrooms today. So what is a smartboard? A smartboard is an interactive whiteboard that either students or teachers can use throughout the day for different learning experiences. The Governor Business Solutions says that there are 8 reasons why smartboards are an essential component in the modern classroom today. The 8 reasons that smartboards are enriching the learning experiences in all classrooms today are they provide flexibility, enhance teaching and learning experiences, interact and share, they are low maintenance, access to online information and tools, going green, technology integration, and communication. The smartboard really provides flexibility because it gives the teacher time to kind of step away from the board and work with different students who are struggling. And while students who don't need as much help, they can interact with the board and they can work on either reading skills, writing skills, they can play memory games to help their memorization skills, and they can also do different puzzles and games to help develop their cognitive skills. They also provide interacting and sharing experiences. If the teacher uses them during circle time, they can have the time at the board, and then they can also let the students have time at the board as well. And this gives the students the opportunity to share with others in the classroom. They are integrating technology by letting the students work with and manipulate the computer type technology that's built into the smartboard. How are smartboards being adopted in the classroom? Technology and smartboards are being adopted into the classroom because they accelerate enrichment and they deepen the basic skills related to the use of hardware and software. They motivate and engage the students to learn. They relate academics to today's workforce. They diversify teaching methods, contribute to modernization of schools' instructional design, and connect schools to the technology world. In most jobs today, you have to work with some type of computers, and this just really starts giving students the experience with the computer technology at an early age. It also motivates the students to learn if the smartboard is used as a reward for students who need to focus on their other work that needs to get done first. They can then use the smartboard as a reward for playing a game or using a puzzle. How are smartboards being utilized? Smartboards are being utilized by teachers to cater to all learning styles. Whether you're a visual learner, an auditory learner, a kinesthetic learner, or you do better learning by reading and writing and working independently, the smartboard caters to all of these styles. For people who are very visual learners, they can watch the PowerPoints and lectures as the teacher presents them on the board and either take notes or just listen, whichever works best for them. Auditory learners can again listen to the lectures as the teacher uses the smartboard to present them. If the teacher also pre-records their lectures, they can play their lectures and walk around the classroom and talk to the students who are auditory learners and make sure they're getting all the information they need to learn. For kinesthetic learners, they get to interact with the board and move the different pieces while they're doing different activities that are given to them by the teachers to complete. For reading and writing, there's tools that can be used on the smartboard. For writing, they can practice writing either single letters or sentences with the pen. They can also use the pen to read. While they read, they can touch the words that they're having trouble sounding out, and this will help them sound out the words. And as they use that tool, it also helps them recognize the words that they aren't familiar with either. What I found interesting while doing my research is there's a website called K-12, and this is just kind of a discussion board for teachers, and it lets them kind of put their opinions of the smartboard up for other teachers to see. They can also post lesson plans and different ideas that they use with the smartboard. A quote that I found by a teacher that I found really interesting was, "It can accommodate different learning styles. Tactical learners can use the screen and learn by touching and marking at the board. Auditory learners can have a discussion, and visual learners can observe the teaching on the board." Integration of smartboards. Smartboards are now in every classroom. It is a tool that's used by all teachers. Teachers who really see the value in the smartboard and using technology in the classroom put it in as many lesson plans as they can. The proof. The proof is shown by Catherine Mann, who did a study that was backed by Fairfield University. What she did is she observed different math and science lessons and showed the percentages of students that were on task and learning with the smartboard in the classroom and without the smartboard in the classroom. All of her percentages that were shown supported that the smartboard being in the classroom helped the students learn. In the proof that I provided, I showed 3 of the lessons that she observed. In the first lesson, students without the smartboard in the classroom only were on task 79% of the time. And with the smartboard in the classroom, they were on task 98% of the time. With the second lesson, she observed students were on task 71% of the time without the smartboard in the classroom and 93% of the time with the smartboard in the classroom. And again, her third lesson, she observed students without the smartboard were only on task 72% of the time, and students who had the smartboard were on task 94% of the time. Interesting facts. What I found interesting but not surprising when I was studying about smartboards is that they do cater to all the learning styles. What's really great about integrating tools like the smartboard into the classroom is it really pushes students learning further than it is without the technology. It also shows that advancement in technology should be sought after by every school to constantly improve how students can be learning. The websites I used were a website backed by Fairfield University, which is where I found Catherine Mann's study and supported my information that I provided with that. I also had research done by Purdue University, and then also the Governor Business Solution, which provided me my 8 reasons for incorporating the smartboard into the classroom. That's it.
7 minutes.